Hello everyone, this is Andrew from Crown Academy of English. Today we are doing part 2 of an English spelling test. And again, it is common spelling mistakes. So, this is an English spelling test and there are 12 questions. Each question has 2 choices and only one choice is correct. Choose the word that is spelled correctly in the context of the sentence. I will give you the correct answers at the end of the quiz. Okay, so right at the end, I will give you all of the answers. And also, I will also give you a useful spelling rule. Okay, so at the end of the test, after the answers, I will then give you a very useful spelling rule which will help you. So make sure you watch the whole video. Let me give you an example question. So this is what each question will look like. And I'll give you 10 seconds. I don't read the question for you. I will simply give you 10 seconds, starting now. Okay, so this was quite an easy example. The answer is Mark was born in 1982. And born is spelt B-O-R-N. Okay? So when you're doing the test, I advise you to actually write each word. Don't just underline the correct answer. I want you to write the word on a piece of paper because that will help you. Okay, so before we start, get a piece of paper, write the numbers 1 to 12, okay, and for each question, write the complete word. Okay, are you ready? Let's start with question 1. And I'll give you 10 seconds. Okay, moving on now to question 2. Okay, now let's look at question 3. Okay, we're moving on now to question 4. If you need more time, simply press the pause button on the video. Okay, moving on now to question 4. Okay, let's look at question 5. Question 6. Okay, and again, if you need more time, simply press the pause button. We're now going to look at question 7. Okay, let's look at question 8. Okay, question 9. Okay, and again, if you need more time, press the pause button. We're now going to look at question 10. Okay, question 11. Okay, and finally, the last question is question 12. Okay, so that is the end of the quiz. So stop writing, and we are now going to look at the answers. So here are the first three questions, and so let's start with question 1. The answer is, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. And mistake is spelled M-I-S-T-A-K-E. Okay, so it's a single letter S. Question 2. There is a security guard in the bank. And guard is spelled G-U-A-R-D. Okay, G-U-A-R-D. Guard. So this is obviously wrong. This does not exist. Question 3. If you work hard, you can achieve anything. Achieve anything. So listen to the pronunciation. It's Eve. Achieve. And it's spelled A-C-H-I-E-V-E. Okay? So this is wrong. This is the wrong spelling of the word. And I'll give you a rule for this at the end. At the end of the lesson, I have a very useful rule for this spelling. Okay, let's move on. Question 4, 5, and 6. So question 4. For further information, please visit our website. For further information. Further is spelled F-U-R-T-H-E-R. So there is a letter R in the middle. Further. Further. Question 5. Jane and Mark had an argument last night. Had an argument last night. An argument is spelled A-R-G-U-M-E-N-T. Okay? Argument. This is wrong. The first part of the word argue, A-R-G-U-E, that is the verb, to argue with someone. But when we make the noun argument, we remove the letter E. It is without the letter E. Okay? Question 6. Would you like a piece of cake? Would you like a piece of cake? And again, the sound is E. E. Piece of cake. And it's spelled P-I-E-C-E. Okay, so we have these letters again, the letter I and the E in the middle of a word. And again, I'm going to give you the spelling rule for this at the end of this video. So keep watching. So this is correct, and this is wrong. Very common mistake. Okay, question 7, 8, and 9. So let's look at question 7. The answer is, we can go wherever you like, wherever you like. And it's spelt W-H-E-R-E-V-E-R. And there is only one letter E in the middle of the word. Okay? So we don't double the letter E. This is wrong. Okay? And this is the correct answer. Question 8. The answer is, I'm really looking forward to the weekend. Forward to the weekend. F-O-R-W-A-R-D. So there is a letter R before the W. Forward. Question 9. I don't know where he is. He has disappeared. He has disappeared. Disappeared. Spelled D-I-S-A-P-P-E-A-R-E-D. So it's one S and two letter P's. Okay, one S, two P's. And this is wrong. Here we have two S's and one P. That's wrong. Okay. And the last three questions, 10, 11 and 12. Let's look at question 10. We weren't sure whether you'd want to come. We weren't sure whether you'd want to come. Weather. So we're not talking about the rain and the snow. No, we're talking about, this is a similar meaning to the word if. It's not exactly the same, but that's the similar meaning. And it is spelled with a letter H after the W. W-H-E-T-H-E-R. Okay, so this is the important letter. There is the letter H after the W. And this is wrong. This is correct. This is wrong. Question 11. After years of trying, he finally passed his driving test. He finally passed his driving test. Okay, and it's a double L. So it's F-I-N-A-L-L-Y. Finally. And finally, question 12. And the answer to this one is, did you receive my email? Did you receive my email? And we have these two letters again, but this time they're in a different order. We have the I and E, but this time the E is before the I. So it's spelled R-E-C-E-I-V-E. Did you receive my email? So this is right, this is correct, and this is wrong. So I'm guessing you're now a little bit confused. So let's look at the rule for these letters when it's I and E, or E and I, in the middle of a word. Is there a spelling rule for this? Yes, there is a spelling rule. So let's look at the three examples. We have if you work hard, you can achieve anything. So the sound in the middle of all of these words is the E sound. Achieve, peace, receive. So if you work hard, you can achieve anything. Would you like a piece of cake? Did you receive my email? But notice here, the I is before the E. The I is before the E. But here, the E is before the I. So the question is, what is the spelling rule for these letters? Well, here it is. This is the rule. I want you to say it because it rhymes. The rule rhymes. It's like a poem. So listen to when I say it. I before E except after C. I before E except after C. So this means that the I always comes before the E, except if it is after the letter C. So we say, so the I is always before the E. The I is always before the E, except after a C. So here we have a C. So this is an exception. Okay, this is an exception to the rule. So after the letter C, then the I is after the E. Okay? So this rule is correct. It's like 95% of the time. There are a few words which do not follow this rule. But honestly, if you learn this rule, then you will be correct 95% of the time. Okay? So if the letter before the sound is not a C, then it is I and E, I and E. And if there is a letter C, like receive, then it is E followed by the I. Okay? So I hope that will help you with this spelling rule. Okay? I before E except after C. So if you write that down and say it, then it's quite easy to remember. Okay? Hope that helped you. So that's the end. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested in some private online lessons, then click here for information. And here are some other videos that I recommend.